Hello everyone, welcome back to more Spirit Island. We're going to be moving on through our tour of the moderate complexity spirits. And, we played England 1 last game. I thought we would try Sweden this game, but we kind of demolished Sweden in the previous Sweden game. Maybe that was because we were playing the right spirit for it or something, I don't know. But the rules do recommend that if you did very well on one difficulty setting, try going up by 2. And I do want to find a point where the game is challenging enough that I lose often. That's the best kind of way to learn, right? And also, Sweden's 1 effect, doesn't seem that important. So skipping to their 2 could add some serious challenge. And also, right? They start with an extra city? That's pretty cool. And the fear cards will make things a bit tougher as well. And we'll play as a Spread of Rampant Green, which is a forest spirit. You kind of want to spread presence all over the island and put trees everywhere. The other moderate complexity spirit we could try would be Thunder Speaker, but I think they would have a really rough time against Sweden too, so I'm going to take Rampant Green instead. Because they... Thunder Speaker really cares about Dahan, and Sweden are good at stealing your Dahan. So, we'll see how this goes. 2 cities and a town, kind of rough. I don't really know if Rampant Spread of Green is I don't know. It's a very good spirit in co-op, and I hear it's playable, / if you're good, you can do quite well with it in solo. I'm not necessarily that good. So it'll be interesting. Let's have a look at the rules for this spirit. So the special, one of their most noted special rules is choke the land with green. Whenever invaders would ravage or build in a land with your sacred site, you may prevent it by destroying one of your presence in that land. So you're really good at stopping buildings from A, appearing, and B, causing problems. Wait a minute. Oh, right. This is only an escalation. It's not every time they explore. I was like, how come this didn't turn into a town? Only in stage 2 escalation do they convert stuff, right? So we're good at stopping builds and stopping ravages if we're willing to spend presence on it. And we create a lot of presence, so we should be willing to use that multiple times per game. And furthermore, our presence that is destroyed is not permanently lost. You can use destroyed presence when you're adding presence to the board. Obviously, this is something you don't want to do early. You want to take presence off of these tracks. But if a game went long enough that you emptied all these tracks and you still wanted to put more presence on, you could use your destroyed presence. Or, conceivably, you could imagine doing it earlier if it was the land isn't blighted yet, so using destroyed presence is free now, but will become expensive in the future. It's an edge case that seems unlikely to come up, but it could happen. And our innates we're pretty good at defending. Defend 2 near a holy sacred site. And we have, if we get enough moon and plants, we can destroy buildings pretty easily. But we're really awful at destroying explorers. So we're going to need to pick up major powers that do that, probably. Oh, right, we have Gift of Proliferation that ramps even more. This is one reason it's so great for co-op, is other spirits who may have trouble getting out presence quickly, or who really benefit from getting out a bit more presence, you can give this to them, right? It only targets another spirit, but in solo you can target yourself. Overgrow in a night is ramping for yourself only. You add a presence... or if it has your presence and invaders, you can add 3 fear. We'll obviously be adding presence early, probably. Then we have Fields Choked with Growth, lets you push towns or Dahan. And Stem the Flow of Fresh Water. Does damage to buildings and is especially potent in mountains and sands, i.e. lands that aren't kind of... that have minimal water sources, right? Jungle and wetlands are kind of wet, and these are kind of dry, so we're better at causing droughts in dry areas. So this is a big clear for stuff in mountains and sands, and I suspect that'll be kind of important at some point. So, what's the plan here? I don't really remember what... Oh yeah, that's right. Our growth options, we should look at those. So we're always adding a growth at distance 2 or less, so pretty much anywhere, to a mountain, sorry, a jungle or a wetland. And we can choose from reclaiming and gaining a power card, or add another presence and get an additional card play this turn. Or we can gain a power card and some energy. So I think it's usually pretty normal to open with more presence and an extra card play early. Getting to put down 2 presents is pretty cool. Just like a question of where exactly. Well... which of these do we want to use? I mean, I guess we'd rather use this one, right? Because A, it's cheaper, and B, it has better... It does not have the extra flexibility of this thing to sometimes add fear if that's what you want. And like, Fields Choked with Growth is a good play, whereas Stem the Flow of Fresh Water doesn't really do anything yet. Although, can I activate any innates yet? If I had a plant, and... if I had 2 plants and a moon... and I played Stem the Flow of Fresh Water, I could destroy a town. But I can't get 2 plants and a moon and play Stem the Flow of Fresh Water with only 2 cards. Okay. Can I? Wait. 2 plants and a moon. Why couldn't I? I could have a plant on this. And, like, play another card that's Plant Moon, like this one. I totally could. Is that what I want? It seems okay. And that'd be range 1 from a sacred site. Okay. Seems fine. Oh, hang on. You gotta do it in another order. Well, maybe, yeah. I want to get up to 2 cards this turn, right? Ah. But I can't do that and also get any energy. I see. So I'm only adding 2 presents, right? I'm adding a 3rd presence if I play this. Oh, right. I'm getting 2 cards because I'm taking this growth option. So I need some energy, but that's all. So I was thinking I would add it here? And kind of have this be the sacred site that's in range of everything else? Actually, order though? Like, I kind of want... I'm going to use this to add my presence, and that will be what helps me target Stem the Flow of Fresh Water. Because it needs a sacred site, but I don't have one yet. Okay. And I think I'll get rid of this one, and then... when they try to ravage here, I'll choke the land with green is the idea. Alright, remind me what the Sweden ability is? I forgot already. Okay, yeah, it's just this escalate thing. Yeah, so this is mostly pretty vanilla stuff, except for the fact that they started with a city, and then eventually their escalation. But them dealing 6 or more damage during ravage should really not matter very much to me. I'll be preventing those, probably. So, I will target myself. I could add actually a plant. Would another plant help me? It kind of would. I would activate Defend too, but I don't need that, so... And it can't get me to 2 moons. So it's more a question of what do I want next turn? And probably I'm using this again, right? So what I want is more energy, because I'll have enough card play already. Well, maybe I want to make it possible to get to 3 soon? Without having to add... No, I think I can afford to do, like, a plant, and that seems fine. Anyway, we'll put it here. No, that doesn't work. We'll put it here. The point was I wanted a sacred site next to this, so that I can slow move out their town. Or, is it move? It's destroy, right? Yeah. I'll defend, I don't know, here. It doesn't matter. You can see we've already got presence all over this place. Having 5 presence at the end of turn 1 is, like, pretty cool. Sands, alright. This place is sort of an issue. It would have been nice to, like, play this, I guess. But I wanted to get more presence down, so I did. And I think we still do want to destroy this. Rather, I don't know, maybe it's probably better to destroy this one, right? Let them ravage in the mountains if they want to. Oh, god damn it, I always get this wrong. It's range 0 from a holy site. Oh my god. Okay, here's the thing. That's what we put Unlimited Undo on for. The fact that they explored here, I won't take advantage of that. But I will move my presence around so that I can actually do something here, which is something I could have known. And defend to here. I'll allow the build. I could stop it, but I'm planning to burn down the town anyway. This is arguably a better play regardless, because that's the one... Oh, I was planning to stop the build. That's why I was going to do this, but it doesn't actually work out. Okay, now we blow this town up and leave them to fend for themselves against the Dahan. And so I'm adding 2 presence, but I can only add 1 to a jungle or to a. Well, that's not true. I can give myself overgrow in a night, I guess. If I have enough energy for it. Ah. But I gave myself the plant element instead. I see. That's why I yeah. I should have given myself the other element, or the other presence. I should do this. Now I have the card play without needing to add the extra presence. It's just so complicated to play these things right. Although, I'm not sure that actually helps. Now that I think of it. I still don't know if I can get enough stuff in here? Like, suppose I took extra energy, right? I can play 2 cards, but do these 2 cards really address the issue? Not exactly. I don't know, this still seems alright, though. So a sacred site here. Oh, I didn't actually have to undo to make this happen, did I? I could have just, in my growth option, because I was adding, like, this one and this one, so it didn't matter the order, but okay. Well, in that case, I guess I could be so greedy as to take this and spread gain even more energy and get to spread out a bit. The problem is both of these areas are a big issue. I can use Overgrow in a night to stop one of them from building. If I put 2 presents into it and then use choke the land with green? Yeah. Choke the land with green to prevent the build. And I think maybe that should be this one, so that then I can defend, and then the Dahan will counterattack and destroy everything. Well, okay, fine. I'm still not sure how I'm dealing with this, because they're going to be attacking 6, which is sort of an issue, because of the Sweden ability. Right, if I weren't playing against Sweden, I would be like, yeah, whatever, attacking 6 is no worse than attacking 2. But actually, it's kind of a problem. I guess I can push out the town from here to, I don't know, the mountains, which just came up and therefore won't come up again next turn. Well, we'll draw our 3rd stage 1 card, so actually everything will be eligible again. Oh well. So I'm doing 1 damage to a town or city, which doesn't matter, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, I have defend 2 adjacent to a sacred site. So I can, yeah, when I put my sacred site here, I can fast defend 2 here to stop the blight. That's rather nice. I think I'm more likely to want a 3rd card play next turn than I am to want a plant. I will allow this Ravage. I will not allow this build. Oh no, I hit allow build, but I meant the opposite of that. So they don't build there. Exploring jungle, that seems fine-ish. I just need to get 2 defend into this area and push this town away, right? 1 damage to a town doesn't help me at all. Push this town into the mountains. I'm a little worried about pushing it into a blighted land, but I have a sacred site there already, so that's pretty useful. And I don't know, we'll damage it, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we want to make sure that we can activate at least defend 2, but defend 4 would be a dream, right? We could just block all the blight here. So we're reclaiming cards. And almost certainly taking a 3rd card play. And the question is, can I manage to play 4 plants and 2 water when I already have 1 plant in hand? I won't be gaining any extra energy, so I only have 2. But I could play like these 2 and... it would be nice if I could get 2 moons in addition to all of that, but clearly I can't. So... oh, I wish I could defend over here as well. But I can't. Defending here is... well... it's only attacking 4, right? Why don't I defend this area? So that I keep my presence and my Dahan. I'm just getting 1 blight here regardless, because I pushed the town away already. Yeah, that's obviously better. So that means I only need to defend 2. Which means I can aim to get 2 moons and 3 plants? That would be playing both of these? I don't have that kind of energy. And I wouldn't even if I took my presence out of this. But maybe I would get a useful miner card? Sure. That's a cheap moon that has really great elements for me. Defend 2 in each of its lands is actually pretty good for Spread of Rampant Green. Bad elements. I wouldn't want to play it now. Pretty bad elements as well. Mediocre effect. This is a moon that is not that great. I think I'll just take Gift of Power. I would love some cheap powers. And so now I think I can play 2 moons. And 3 plants pretty easily, while also getting 1 water? And what's my targeting like? I need... I want to be in a land that I'm destroying a town in. Or a city? Alright, let's put down the presents and think about it later. Because I think that a presence... ooh. I'm a little not sure which of these I want, actually. Let's just put this here. And so I think we want Gift of Power, which already turns on 1 damage to a town. And I want this. That's my defend. And also some more presence. I could stop them building here. I don't think that's very good. Well... it could be good, actually. Because I could actually do 3 damage to a city. Right? If I play all of these, I can do 2 damage to a city like so. And 1 more here. Taking out this city and preventing them from building the town. Right? I need to be in range 0 of presence and range 1 of a sacred site, but I will have that even with only 1 presence here. So that seems pretty good. So we'll defend here. I'll add some presence. I don't think I'll need 4 cards next turn, so we'll aim towards more elements. There's 1 blight, nothing to worry about yet. And the Dahan take care of that. I will not allow this build. This one you can have. Actually, should I let them have it? I have a lot of presents. Like, what do I need this shit for? I just want to slow things down. And if this area ravaging isn't a problem next turn, I'll be very happy. Let's stop both builds. Oh, they escalated in wetlands. I didn't realize we were into stage 2 already. So we got lucky there. Jungle or mountains would have stolen some Dahan from me. But I can't really interact with the Dahan very much, so there's not much I can do. I just have to wait until Sweden takes them, and then they're gone. So give me a minor power. Let's see what I get. And that might influence my decision here, although probably not. Gain 3 elements, probably not so great. Steam vents, destroy an explorer? I'm not very good at that. That could be useful. Defend 2. If there are no invaders present, gather up to 2 explorers. And then there's Drought, which is for, like, taking out large clusters of towns. I don't think I'm going to have that many of those. But 1 damage to each town and city might be worth a lot, because I already have another ability that's dealing 1 damage to each town and city. In Mountains and Sands, anyway, right? This one? And so it could be a good way to clear out a large infestation. I don't know if I'm going to have such a thing. Just having like moon and water is kind of nice. And defend 2 is okay. Three elements of your choice is pretty cool, actually. Giving yourself like moon, water, and plant or something? Maybe earth? I don't know. Well, like, just giving yourself moon and water. I will hopefully have enough plant with all this stuff before too long. So I think this might be a better way to get good elements while also doing something useful. Wait, what? Oh, you get to repeat it. You can target different things? I guess that makes sense. I forgot. Yeah, repeat means you can aim at 2 different places. Something that says, like, perform these effects again would be in the same land. Okay. Fine. But as it happens, I want it to be in the same place. So here we're really hoping they don't draw jungle. Because then they would take away this Dahan before it has time to destroy them. Right, what are my issues right now? I have them building in these spots, which I don't like. I could stop both of them by spreading presence here and here, and then choking both. That seems pretty good. Right? And then I gain 3 energy and I have plants. So let's say I did that. What do I get for playing everything? Okay, I can do 2 damage to a town. Defend 4. Also push a town. Add a presence or gain fear. Defend 2. Okay, I get kind of a lot this way, I think. This seems totally reasonable. None of this is fast damage, right? Ah! I don't have to spend a presence on this, actually. I can gather... Well, I was going to say I can gather invaders here. This being the only land with no invaders, and therefore the only one I can use this on. And then they wouldn't build here, right? But there's a downside to that, which is if they draw sands, then they'll convert one of these to Han, which would be pretty annoying. They convert it to what, a town? Yeah. I don't know, what do you think? I don't think having an extra presence here is really worth all that much. I get a lot of presence. And just stopping this build is valuable. And having 2 Dahan here instead of 1, I think is very important. So I don't want to let them draw sands and escalate into here. So I think I will not gather any... gather any invaders here. And I can't gather them anywhere else. Yeah. Okay, so this is just doing nothing. I could consider not playing it, I suppose. But then I don't get to destroy a town, right? Right. I could push a town. That's something. But I want to destroy a town. And so paying 1... This is basically paying 1 energy to destroy a town, which is great. Okay, so where are we defending? It doesn't really matter, because they're not ravaging anywhere important. So, I don't know, here? Is there any reason it could matter? There's a fear card coming up that might do something. I can't think what would make me want to defend. None of this stuff is going to care about defend. I don't think it matters where I defend. Okay. Now, this is a bigger question. Do I want to add more presence? Or do I want to start gaining fear? I think I want to start pushing for fear. Because I'm about to fill my presence track anyway, and I have enough presence on the board. So, let's just aim it here and gain 3 fear. Defend even more here. I don't know. Yeah, let's see that fear card. Each invader may push up to 2 explorers from an inland land. Well, that's interesting. I don't really have any inland lands I want to do that for. This I would love to push so I don't have to spend any presence. But it's coastal, and this is coastal, but I don't really want to push anyway. I don't want to push this guy. Well, actually, maybe it wouldn't hurt. I could push him to a place with a bunch of Dahan and plan to defend there next turn. He'll be ravaging in wetlands, and this is the only one that's going to be doing anything, and I can get it to clear out an explorer. The other choice would be to maybe push someone from here so that I have less trouble defending this when they finally build on sands. I will not allow this build, and I will not allow this build. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, that was going to happen eventually. It's, well, I guess they might never have drawn mountains. That would have been better, I suppose. Right? They could have drawn jungle and coastal lands or something. That would be ideal. And sands. I don't know. I'm not sure what would be ideal, really. Anyway, we want to destroy a town. And that's all I get, a town. Maybe... Oh, it has to be one I have presence in. Well, that limits the options to specifically this one. Oh, hang on. That's the wrong ability. Oh, right. I could push a town and then destroy it. If I really wanted to. Because I have reach here. But I think it's better to destroy one of these. And then... I think I want to push this one out again? Into, like, here? And plan a defend 4? If they draw coastal lands, I guess there'll be an explorer left alive, which is a bit of a nuisance. Reclaim my cards, please. And I still only have 4 energy, so... I'm going to be playing 4 cards, though. So I don't think I want a major. Like, I could take like a 4-cost major and play all 3 of these, but I don't know how great that even is. Remember, we're getting a fear card. I'm not sure how important that is. The Ravages, the only one that matters is here, so I'm playing my Innate to deal with that. I guess I could have tried to leave more stuff in the mountains and then deal with it with this thing. But what I really wanted to do was to stop them putting a city in. This is targeted range 0 from me. I wonder. It's like the only place I can actually do anything with this would be in the mountains here. But actually, or with my Innate, say, it would be in these mountains. And I might be able to hit a city, I suppose, although probably I won't have that much moon. Click a power deck to gain cards from it. So the point is that I'm getting to here is that there aren't any cities on the board at the moment. And so it's not exactly super important to get my first Innate Creepers Tear into Mortar up to level 3. Just level 2 is fine. So I need 2 moons. And then I want this one, like, it really only has to be at level 2, right? Defend 4 here is all I need. So I need 4 plants and 2 moons? I already have 2 plants. It should be easy to get 2 moons, right? So what else should I be doing? Pushing a town is probably good. Overgrowing a night is probably good. Gaining a minor power is probably fine. I'm only going to have, like, at most 2 power left if I'm playing Overgrown a Night, right? So I think that what this means is I should choose a minor power. 1 damage to each building. Okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. Gained a bunch of energy. It's only like 2 energy, it's not that amazing. Enticing Splendor. Gather to a land you have presence in without blight. Okay, that's cool. That might be my best bet. It's not amazing elements, but nothing is, really. Defend 10. Also pretty cool. So suppose that I took Enticing Splendor. Would I be playing it here? Gather an explorer or a town fast into, at range 0, into a land without blight. It would be really nice to manage to somehow stop their exploring somewhere. I wonder if I could justify blowing up this city. It's not really a threat right now, so probably not. Ooh. What if I could deal with the mountain having a town and a city by stemming the flow of fresh water? Rather than just pushing their stuff. Right? Because it's 1 damage to each of these things. And then if I could get this up to level 3, I could wipe it all out. If I had presence there, which would be maybe a little difficult, but I could get there with Overgrowing and Night. Or probably Gift of Proliferation would be better. I would need 3 moons then. That's this, this, this. And I guess I could justify playing another moon card. This one. In which case I'm not using any of these, so I should take the one with the better elements. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Like, some damage, that's something I'm a little short on. I don't need it right this very moment. And we're adding it to here, I guess. Maybe here? I'm trying to like be prepared for their next incoming stuff. Okay. So what I had in mind was this. Moon cards, moon cards, moon cards. Yeah, now all my stuff is at full power. Hang on. Ah, it has to be here. Because I have to be within range 1 of a sacred site. And I want to target this space. I mean, I could play either of these. 'Cause, like, the defend is not doing anything right now. I guess I might as well take the fear. It's a slightly more expensive card. Oh, actually, I could have put the power anywhere because this card is adding more presence for me. But okay, so now I have like a ton of everything I need. I get to remove some blight if I want, but I can't actually because I need that power. Oh, the way I did things, I rearranged things so that I'm not playing 5 plants. I think that's fine because I'm putting the defend here where there's no blight. Okay, seems exciting. I will not reposition. How do I... Oh, hang on. Am I misunderstanding my rules? When adding presence to the board via growth. I see. So it's actually important. Ah. I see. I was thinking I would use one of my destroyed presents to put it on the board somewhere. But then... if I do that... if we undo a bit further, I would only have 3 card plays, not 4, and that's no good. And I can't roll back all the way to last turn because my choice of minor power card might affect things. Okay. I don't even remember if there was a decision point last turn that would have helped. So, okay, maybe we don't play Gift of Proliferation as a moon card. Maybe we play something else. Like our other... Overgrowing a Night is fine. This is kind of doing nothing, which is a bummer. And I want to hang on to this for next turn when I can destroy, or for later anyway, to combo more destructive stuff. Somewhere. Here? I don't know. Probably not. So I will just gain fear. I don't need to add presence. And I could gather into here, but I think that's bad just as much as it was before, right? Oh, we'll put in the defend. Oh, I could gather here to stop them building here. I was planning to sacrifice my presence to stop that build, which still seems reasonable. What's Sweden's ability again? There are at least as many invaders as Dahan. So this land is already, if they draw jungle, they're going to take it over. So I think I might as well pull this guy out of here to save myself some presence. I'll grab this guy? I don't know. Just so this is less of a threat. Each player removes 1 explorer from an inland land. Well... I think this is pretty good, because I'm planning to kill everything but the explorer here. I will allow the ravage. I'm very delighted for them to ravage here. Did I make a mistake again? I did. Hang on. It was important for me to put my presence here. Okay. I know I've seen the fear card, so this is like technically cheating. But I'm going to claim that that has no influence on my decision, and it didn't. Is that I don't need the fear. I need a presence here. That was the whole reason we played one of these cards, and I just like kind of forgot about it. It's like a little annoying. Oh, hang on. I've now lost track of what I was playing. So we'll play this one, I guess, since I don't actually need the fear effect of it. I still have all the damage, but it's important that I get presence into this specific land, is why I was supposed to do it this way. I guess now I know what the top card of the fear deck is. So now I'm actually repositioning here because I've used up all the presents on my growth track. So I think this one's fine. Wait, why do I still get the fear card? Oh, right, because I'm at 0. I added only 3. Yeah, I guess we remove this guy. I will allow this Ravage. That's good, because it means the knowledge of the fear card only affects this turn, where it doesn't matter. I don't have to deal with the ethical ramifications of illegally knowing it for next turn. Okay, jungle. Well, see you later, Dahan. I guess I'll gain the minor power first, unlikely as it is to matter. Replacing towns with Dahan is kind of cute, but ultimately maybe not that important against Sweden. Although, I mean, they are going to be in stage 3 soon, which means that by the time I play this, they will no longer be converting Dahan anymore. So they'll either draw Sands or Coastal Lands next turn, which means they're not going to get to convert any more Dahan. Okay, well, something worth thinking about. Gather up to a thing into a land with no invaders. There won't be that many of those, sadly. Extra range is okay. I have been like a little bit struggling to make sure but I have a lot of presents everywhere. I don't think I want this. Shadows of the Burning Forest has moon and plant on it. And range 0, and it adds fear. This seems pretty alright. And everything else seems kind of bad. This would be, like, I don't know. This would be pretty useful, actually. Except that I'm already pretty good at dealing with towns, maybe? I'm just thinking I might want more fear. More than I want to like get rid of their towns, but I don't think that's true. Do I have the energy to play this? This one's 0 after all. How are my mountains and jungles looking? This mountain's in great shape. These jungles, well, I can choke the lands with green, right? It should be okay. So pushing stuff out of there is not that important. I think I want to start working on them with Dahan. And now my other slow powers are this. Okay. We have a fear card for next round. And my presence tracks are full, but of course I can use my destroyed presence. But it means that I should not be aiming very hard to play this one, right? Just count on adding more presence to jungles and stuff. And probably gaining energy the rest of most of the game until I need to reclaim, which will be like next turn. So we take this one, I suppose. What power deck do I want to gain from? Probably minor, because I want to play like... Well, no, I'll have 8 energy. Let's take a major. Yeah. Terrifying Nightmares. Range 2 pushes a lot of small stuff. And if you have 4 moons, which I often will, adds 4 more fear. That's pretty good. I don't know about often. I'm only playing 4 cards, right? So they would have to all be moons? So they won't be this turn. Will they? They could be if I didn't play this one. That's a thought. Range one of a jungle that you have presence in. Destroy all explorers and towns. And a city. And don't destroy any Dahan. This is insane. And not even that expensive. Yeah. Adding 2 destroyed, like, doesn't really matter that much. It's like a fine ability, but I don't want to pay 5 for it. This does a ton. Right, all I have to do... Oh, I forgot. I do have to destroy a card. This one's not doing that much for me. Actually, well, I really like the elements on this. I don't think I can throw that away. This one kind of sucks now, actually. I'm proliferated as much as I need to be. The elements are mediocre for having 1 power on it, or 1 cost, yeah. And I want this to become a sacred site, I suspect. So that I can stop the build and then destroy everything there. Actually, I don't even have to stop the build. I can just destroy everything. Okay, well, let's put it here then, and if I want, I can stop this build. I just have to play any other moon card? This one seems good. Oh. There won't be any Dahan in any lands with invaders, will there? Yeah, there will. They're gonna explore either sands or coastal lands, and I can hit one of these two. And just turn the explorer into an ally. And I'm already at the threshold for this, that's good. And this. I don't really need this at the moment. Let's just push some stuff. And gain some fear. That seems good. My thresholds are all looking fine. It might be nice to remove some blight. I would need more water and earth to do that? Well, that's impossible. Okay. Defend 4, it doesn't matter where, they're only ravaging in mountains. And I think we just gain some fear? Hang on. You have to aim where there are invaders. Invaders do not build in lands where Dahan outnumber buildings. Well, that's not relevant. I don't think I will allow this build. I'm not sure exactly what I'm worried about, but, like, why? Okay, coastal lands. That's good. That's a good draw, I think, because this one I can deal with. This explorer was dying anyway. Here, not sure exactly what the plan is, but there's surely some plan. So we'll just wipe that place off the map. Oh, I love the jungle hungers. Makes sense that it's got my elements, right? You will be drafted. Now what do I get? I get to push a town, and anywhere that I have presence, blow up a building. Sadly, there's no buildings anywhere with my presence, huh? I wonder. No, I couldn't have, well... What was the fear card I just drew? Does it matter? Invaders do not build. So, I wonder if what is happening here is that I've actually just missed lethal. Because... if I had presence here, I could destroy this. No, I remember now. I put down my spare presence here. Oh, right. But I could have also put presence here instead of gaining fear, right? And then I could use this to knock down their city. Yeah. I totally did miss lethal. Let's back this up. Again, the new information that I got from the fear card and where they explored has no bearing on my decision, which is why I feel like this is fair. I need to add presence here from, I don't know, this spot. My fast powers, I don't know, I'm defending there. Okay, they don't build. I will not allow this. They explore in the coastal lands, which, again, if they'd explored in the sands, I really wouldn't have cared. It's the same thing either way. Now, we destroy everything here. And I guess we'll convert this guy while we can. And just knock this over one click at a time, and they go home. No buildings! We did it. Okay. I don't know, you may consider that cheating a little bit. I feel like every time it was like not realizing the ramifications of my own powers until it was time to apply them. I wish that this game had a better way to visualize what's happening as your actions are applied, because I mean, that's why they give you the unlimited undo, but it feels bad, right? I would like kind of like Snellman has for Terra Mystica. A mode you can turn on where you're like, let me just do stuff. Write a plan, right? Don't show me any new information, you know. But move on past the explorer phase and let me imagine that the fear card does nothing and that they explore in coastal lands or something. And then you apply the actions and you're like, you like that plan, so you're like, okay, I'll go back and I'll actually do it. Or you see something wrong and you don't do it. Then you wouldn't need unlimited undo, I argue. But honestly, this game felt really good. I'm glad we didn't play Sweden 1, because Sweden 2, like, we had basically no trouble at all. They barely made it into stage 2. Or to stage 3, I mean. We had presence everywhere, and I don't know, our powers did great. We got our thresholds like all the time. Yeah, and their Sweden ability number 2 didn't do anything. It made me think a little more carefully about how to defend, but ultimately didn't end up, like, I don't know. I ended up pushing a town out of a thing that had 6 because I was worried about this ability, when I probably would have just let that land grow out of control otherwise. And maybe maybe it would have been a better, like, maybe the presence of this ability caused me to play better rather than worse. That is to say, if I just let them have that land, even if this ability didn't exist, I think I would have been worse off. So this might have made me like realize how to make a better play, but for the wrong reason, because I was scared of this, when actually it was just like a better play in general. Yeah, and this is a scary one, right? Their buildings start doing more damage, so this second ability applies more. Okay. Well, and how did we do? We never got the island blighted, which is nice. In fact, we were blight neutral, I think? No. We netted one more blight. But like honestly, this was a great game. Hide details. There you go. All the invader settlements have been destroyed. Great. That'll do for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.